Dear audience, India's most loved and iconic freedom fighter, Subhas Chandra Bose or Netaji, was known for his rousing motivational speeches. His speech, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom," delivered in Burma to the members of his Indian National Army in 1944, is very popular. He was an intelligent kid and stood second in the school examination and took admission in the Presidency College, Calcutta. He passed with flying colors and achieved first class position in philosophy. Even though he passed the Indian civil service, he was not interested in serving the colonial masters. By this time, Gandhiji had established himself as a leader of the masses. Like many others, Bose was also influenced by Gandhiji. So he went to Gandhiji and offered himself to work for the Indian National Congress. Bose and Jawaharlal Nehru wanted complete freedom for India at the earliest, whereas the Congress committee wanted it in phases, through a dominion status. To avoid any problem, Gandhiji suggested to give the British government a time period of 1 year to give dominion status to India, failing which he himself would present a bill of complete freedom. Everyone accepted this. Gandhiji tried very hard to get the dominion status for India, but he failed miserably. So at the next meeting, the Bill of Complete Freedom was passed. On 23rd of March 1932, Shahid Bhagat Singh was hanged. Bhagat Singh's martyrdom and the inability of the Congress leaders to save his life made Bose very angry, and in a sense, this made him realize that aggression was the best form of defense. Bose was arrested in 1931 for visiting the disturbed parts of Bengal. He was re-arrested on 2nd of January 1932 and subsequently exiled from India. In 1932, he went to Vienna, and there he was deeply influenced by Vidaldas Patel, another Indian freedom fighter. They recognized the need for collaboration between India, nationalists and countries opposed to Britain, and in their joint manifesto, they proclaimed, "Non-cooperation cannot be given up, but the form of non-cooperation will have to be changed into a more militant one, and the fight for freedom waged on all fronts." By this time, Subhas Chandra Bose had become very famous, and Gandhiji proposed him to become the president of the Congress. In 1938, he became the president of the Indian National Congress and presided over the Haripur session, a post he held for 2 years. At the end of this term, the elections for the Tripuri Congress session took place in 1939. He was re-elected, defeating Dr. Patabi, who was supported by Gandhiji. Bose resolved to give 6 months to the British to free India, otherwise there would be a great rebellion. His opinion was opposed, so he signed and formed a group called Forward Bloc. He decided to seek foreign help for this cause of freeing India. He was arrested and kept in his house under detention. On 17th of January 1941, while everyone was asleep, he slipped out of his house in their waiting car. Disguised as a Muslim religious teacher, Bose managed to reach Peshawar 2 days later. Bose went to Italy, Germany and even Russia to seek help, but without much success. He decided to organize Indians on his own, and he landed in Singapore and became the commander of the Indian National Army, or the Azad Hind Force, and declared himself the Prime Minister of India. The whole of India rejoiced as he raised the popular slogan, "Give me blood and I will give you freedom." But the ill-fated plane in which he was flying crashed in Taipei on 18th of August 1945, resulting in his death. Jai Hind. Thank you.
कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तो कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा। तो शेर हिंद आगे बढ़, मरने से फिर भी तू न डर, तो शेर हिंद आगे बढ़, मरने से फिर भी तू न डर, उड़ा के दुश्मनों का सर जोशे वतन बटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तो कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा। तेरी हिम्मत बढ़ती रहे, खुदा तेरी सुनता रहे, तेरी हिम्मत बढ़ती रहे, खुदा तेरी सुनता रहे, जो सामने तेरे अड़े तू खाक में मिलाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है काम की, तो काम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तो कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा, खुशी के गीत गाए जा, ये जिंदगी है कौम की, तू कौम पे लुटाए जा।